For every human being, every leader, time to end this now. We, the people, the ones who will be dealing with these issues, if we make it there. The ones that are the future. We don't want war. Our children, your own children don't want war. And I know that you don't want war either. Brothers, sisters, black sheep, celebrity, rich, friendly, rude, or poor, God-fearing, non-believers. WHO has the key. Who unlocks the door? This place we live is too amazing to think there is truly nothing more. Every culture, all beliefs, hate, separation. What for? Truly ask yourself. Silence your thoughts, ask your heart, not your mind, heavily influenced since its start. If you ask that simple question, with no ego taking sides, do you know why, or are we subject to pointless judgment? Place of birth, spoken language, their tradition, who owns which part of the sea, their heritage, some land, the oil that we all need? With brilliant minds who could have a solution in a week, uncalled for public statements against a nation, made by a leader who's trying to sound strong, as their country watches scared, looking for relief just like your own. This is exactly why we must put these things to rest, agree as a whole, a collective rise, separate this era from the rest. If you could only see what I see for our future, that still has time before it's set in stone. I have been made very clear to both outcomes. We can all live in a way that I can only describe as being a child. All of the childlike joys, imagination, creativity, every day is just good. And it's real. I promise you it is real. It will be instant. Please ask your innermost being how you would change the world. What would it look like? Believing that you could snap your fingers, change the lives of every single human being on earth right now, end poverty, homelessness, hunger, rescue animals, maybe speak out on social media with some big idea or thought you have that could help everyone, anything good. We have a spark that hides away, a beating heart, a spirit some would say. In the silence, no ego is invited. You'll hear that little voice. Be quiet, ask then listen, but be careful to discern. You'll be so happy when you realize what you already hold. The instant voice of reason, impulsive, right or wrong. An answer in a song, random memory, a random thought. The voice that says be strong, saying don't give up. I knew you could do it all along. Most think the voice is that of their own, but I promise you it's not. It's really the sound of golden keys, that many have long sought. As someone powerful shakes them in your ear yelling hello, it's me, I'm closer than you thought. When those who came before us, the ones we have lost, I know that when they went back home, regardless of any problem they were happy as can be. Who knows, maybe my ancestors are actually linked to your very own family tree. And now they roam a place full of only peace as they're forced to watch us rewind and press repeat. Let's all decide together, end this hell on earth. Look at your children in their eyes. Now think about the drills, the stories on the news, and understand nobody is safe. All it takes is one press of a button, only one command. 1 second. An unchangeable mistake, a chain reaction, sealing the fate. It is that easy for all of our stories to be erased. Be careful what you say here. Everyone is so quick to cause a riot. For the little things but the real issues? We make sure to let it happen, we stay quiet. Remember times, they change. Burn the witch, designated area, and oh sorry God'll be white. Excuse me sir, your turban. A passenger complained. Even when we find nothing wrong, we'll have to do an unfair walk of shame. You will need to take the next plane. We really did that with no revolt from a rainbow human race. A simple sign? Or a smack to our Creator's face? The Holocaust, a generation wiped out, woof, erased. We let those things slide. But speak on dropping nukes, starting war over some oil? My country hates your country. Not something I would say. I know we are equal, we're the same. Though that's what the media truthfully portrays, but here's a gift, just kidding, it's a bomb. And that sound, yeah, that would be our fastest bomb dropping planes. Sorry, it's this planet's favorite game. To be in control of money, land, water, and soil. Come on, brothers and sisters, does that not seriously make anyone's blood begin to boil? The devil, I choose him to blame. I had not one small part. Nice try, but that's unsettling. We are human beings, we're pretty smart. Thanks to our brains, they are being neglected. To the world so long subjected. We should use them. Time to start. Listen to your gut, that flutter in your heart, use your voice. Use your mind. Stand up for what is right. It's getting serious now, so here, I'll go ahead and start. But for once, let us try to come with peace instead of fight. And to Earth's leaders, what I say next is not against you. I'm asking you to please look at the ones you love. Ask them. Ask your neighbor. Ask a stranger at the store. What's their answer? Is it still worth fighting? Or is life worth more? Officials sign a paper. So much pain in store. As two enemies kiss their families and they head on off to war. What a hero, what a terrorist. No, I'm not keeping score. You know which one you are. Just depends on what side you're fighting for. Off to be a savior, to a country that they love. How many children have to die, and how many bombs have to drop? A life lost. A mind broken, things you can't unsee, all that are damaged but still survive, still hurt eternally. And from the place that they call home, a family who lost their peace. Each one grieves. Now we have a little extra hate for our brother overseas. Every family, every side. Great, grandpa's greed or pride. An entire bloodline thinking yours is a traitor. Officials signing papers or simply signing away lives. Trading peace for revenge. Aren't we an advanced civilization? Then tell me one thing that causes war. That our genius minds couldn't possibly have the solution for. Any title, or none at all, any type of pay. No matter what your background. We can make a difference if we start today. Speak up, come together, and as one, let's pave the way. Peacefully we must do this. It is the one and only a way. Why war with anyone? A battle never truly won. Over the battles, passed down pain, ending lives. Heroes fighting for their home. What is a flag? What does it mean? How about a place on a map, something to be proud of or something that separates a team? But it has meaning, it shows that we stand strong. Well, forgive me when I say that I don't agree with that. Those meanings are long gone. What it is I see, what it means to me. It means division. It means selfish and avoidable decisions. Giving just another reason. Sound of freedom swapped out and traded in. Replaced with the sound of bombs, of bullets flying and another plane coming in. The sound of families screaming, and crying. As our brothers sisters, lay on the ground in the center of chaos dying. Is it really worth it? Whatever the reason, here's a thought: it's a game we enjoy. One we can't stop. We say we aren't racist, killing war, we're just doing what we must. As we pass out instructions, to our children it's taught. A lesson easy to learn, how to hate someone different. Minds so impressionable, no choice to discern. Someone you love, as a child, you instinctually trust, not always on purpose but always discussed. At home, on the news, a parent hears a story and starts speaking their views. A child, though playing, was following along. Little ears listening, smarter than you think. Now a little girl bullied in front of the school. She wears a hijab, or he talked about Jesus at school. A talk at home, having to explain to a child what happens when you have a special thing that makes you stand out. You become a target, like it's just the way life plays out. Another child grows up remembering the time another said they hate me. I remember being singled out when I was 5 years old. That's a baby. And I still am affected by it today. Isn't that just crazy? One little phrase. One tiny thing, is it all it takes? Now from our own hate, another generation, another sealed fate. Just like us, in case you forgot. To a child it's always, not more often than not. To the little ones, hate can only be taught. Each child is born with a mind more powerful than the one before. We can teach them forgiveness, love. They will be the ones who finally will learn from every mistake of every man before. An end to the generational curse. Avenge the past by saving the future. My ancestors, yours, were killed, dishonored for every reason, undeserved. Was it worth it in the end? Every fight, struggle, every bomb, city of rubble. So much loss, so much destruction, yet over half the world today still live a life of fear. The ones before us, the ones leaving now. I know where they go. An unimaginable destination, where every pure heart has a place. That voice you've always heard, that told you right from wrong, has been trying to tell you all along. The ones who look upon us, they took their final breath, with a new set of eyes. In an instant away they were swept. Upon arrival they were made to judge themselves. A rerun plays before them of their life from beginning to their demise. Mistakes don't get turned away, when your good deeds they outweigh. But I know they wish they knew, just where they'd be one day. Happy to be home but hit hard with regret. Quickly after they are filled with peace, tears of joy are wept. Everyone is there, the family that they knew. A bonus gift awaits as they begin to look around. More tears of joy fall down as they're welcomed home by their brothers, black, white and brown. A brand new family looks much different, so high above the ground. Each soul from the earth is one, they're all the same, no hostility, no hate. Every city, every country, every state on the other side of that beautiful gate. At that moment not a sound was heard. A bittersweet taste. A combining of all the lands. A choir and the sounds of amazing grace. It was at that moment two enemies shook hands and embrace. All forms of hatred were gone, vanished without a trace. Imagine the joy, the look on their face, as they look at each other and say, "You are my brother." What were we thinking? We should have loved one another. Think of what we are doing today. I know we need to change now. Our time is growing shorter every day. We've seen every mistake. Have we not learned from the past? Such a waste, blinded by race, religion, place. We all should know what they didn't know before. From a lesson you were meant to learn, now don't be surprised if when we arrive our keys don't work, the locks have been changed. And we no longer deserve to pass through the golden gates. We have to stop with these same old mistakes. I don't care what you feel, think or believe, deep down you know in that secret space, that when our time comes, if we continue this way, we will not only hear His voice, it can't be missed or brushed aside. Standing there looking at our Creator's face as judge, we ourselves in front of the man who knows all of our mistakes. The one who is in our hearts no matter what the case, matching us with every single step along the way. 100 years ago or more, why does it affect us today? A continuous war, with a uniform, or the crew with whom you run. Violence originating from one source, yet we only seem to have an issue with one. For your country or for your hood, brother sister slain. Both cases doing what they felt they should, neither of them wished for the outcomes, the events that took place. Doesn't mean they're horrible people, they will carry their own shame. A only difference, ironically only one's a problem and one's called brave. One is an enforcer, one is a gang. When each life taken, one life was gave. Mourning is had for the killer and the slain. A on repeat, pain loss will never, ever end. A terrorist, a soldier, the police, or a thug. One of those words just struck a chord. That's an opinion, that's wrong. That's what those people call us, who don't understand. Those racists, those criminals, the privileged, the ones who are wrong. Each of them has dirt on their hands. Now realize we all think we are actually somehow at different levels. It's an illusion, it's taught. We aren't there. That's the difference. We think we're birds of a different song. Wake up people, we are the same, we are now, and we have been all along. That's the mindset, the pattern repeating, adding even more to this unnecessary separation. We must end it now. Not could or should. Do you want this to go on? Exactly, didn't think anyone would. Why then do we crucify one another? If one's wrong, they all are. Keep in mind that just like you, they are only protecting their brother. They are good men who are protecting their homes, their people. To each every person in each every place, someone is judged, while the one you know is known as being brave. Born on this earth, so many locations, easy or hard. Is anyone ready yet to burn up those carts? It's heart-shattering loss, or the fear of a nation. Doesn't matter where, how many, or how innocent you feel one is over the other. Retaliation, heartbreak, loss. The first step of initiation to the next murderous cycle. Disgusting, wrong, uncalled for or destructive, depends on who you ask. But to each side, it'll be justifiable. It's a human's instinctual angry reaction when you are protecting what you love. Is it easier to accept on all sides if we change the word murder to a crime of passion? Does that make it better? No, we would have to erase that word from history altogether. Today needs to be the start of a revolution. One of peace, of love, harmony, resolution. For us and our children, our future and fate. A balance, a unity. A medium ground. To truly have grace. A heart of gold. A movement so big felt all around. Let's put into action. A worldy change, one free of hate. For our children's future, start a positive chain reaction. One hope and a new world, the choice that can be a foundation, a change, a gift all around. Say goodbye to ego and illusion. A family reunion. Let's be the start of humanity's greatest solution.